Hey guys, this is EOS. For a long time I've been getting messages from everybody asking about my video DJ setup, and some people are just curious about how it runs. Others actually want to know specifics and software and hardware that I'm using to concoct some of the visuals that I put together at the clubs. I figured, I've seen a lot of music producers show their studio sessions as photos, and I've, over the years I've tried to show pieces of those things, but they don't quite translate in the same fashion that they would if you were putting out like a musical thing, because you can actually download and share the music. From my end, I do a lot of things live, and they are usually not able to be replicated very easily. So I figured, why not start, presenting things in a video format, and it'll just be much more comparable to the kind of work that I produce, and basically run you through my live video DJ setup, or VJ rig, or whatever you want to call it, and kind of show you the attributes that I'm running, show you some of the pet projects that I have going on at present, and just kind of maybe spark some interest in some of you guys out there to shoot me some feedback, possibly send me what you guys are up to, be it through video DJing or even DJing. So I figured, what better way to do that than to kind of just start up a conversation with everybody and put together in a visual form. So here's the setup. Basically, it's not too complicated in terms of wiring that I have set up. I have an iPad here, and a second iPad that's right now set to video DJing mode through this software that I got called TouchViz. And as you can see, there's a live camera. And this controller used to be my bread and butter, but I'm trying to reconfigure it right now to give me a little bit of physical connection, but also still kind of keep the wireless thing going. And then this is the brains. This is called Modulate. It's essentially video DJing software that I've used for the last 5 years, and basically syncs up pretty well. When this guy's running, this is the MIDI clock, it basically takes the audio, converts it to BPM, and then that gets picked up by Modulate. And the last piece of equipment, which isn't set up right now, is my DVD turntable. And basically when I do live shows for artists, I try to create music videos that'll sync up perfectly with the audio, and then you'll have music videos that just kind of pop up and fly along with the videos. So in general, I'm going to use this iPad as my starting point for all control. And right now it's running a program called Lemur. In the past, I was running a program called Touch OSC, which ironically is created by these guys. And they just put this out as another video DJing software. So I like the options to switch between different sources. And when I work with other VJs, we'll blend together too, so having another set of hands always helps. So let's dig into the Lemur. I use this specifically as my control surface. It basically replaced this piece of equipment for all of my shows. And if you can't tell, this thing is aluminum, and it's actually kind of heavy. And the box that I use, which is right there, is pretty dang hefty to carry to gigs. So having the iPad in a little bag that I can carry from place to place, once I have the iPad and the laptop together, I can basically play any show anywhere, and it's travel friendly big time. So I don't even need like a cart to wheel my stuff around. So I found this ever since I played last year at Coachella to be incredibly useful. And so what I've done is set up all these different tabs that enhance controls that you basically can make and manipulate through Modulate. What's great about Lemur is that there are built-in mathematical equations that can affect the controls inside of the software. The old software I was using, it was all just basically how fast I could move my fingers or how fast I could move a knob. And it just was kind of crazy. I felt like I didn't have enough hands. So what's great is like there's physics generator, like for instance here, this is like a wave generator. And if I set this wave generator up correctly, it will modify knobs that are already pre-assigned. All these little sliders are mapped to the sliders up on modulate, which essentially make the screen flash on and off for each layer, which is pretty cool because then if I jump back to this screen, I can slow it down or I can speed it up. I can make this wave go faster and I can make this wave go higher, which basically will then go out and make these options flick faster. Or I could slow it down through the controls. So yeah, I've been trying to rack my brain to try to figure out what parameters I could use to control all these different things at once. But for now, it's not a bad option. So that's basically like the layering. So what you have is I can have up to 10 different layers that turn on and off, and they basically blend together with what you see on the screen here. And the screen is just made up of all those layers either turned on or off. And so in this situation, I've got a camera that's set up on my laptop. I've got a camera that's picking up my iPad. And if I tweak the settings a little bit, what you'll get is two different views of me in the screen. Which actually, if I was a DJ, that'd be great because I could set this up alongside of me and DJ the whole night, and it would just be picking up my motions. And if the DJ was interested, they can play around with the different settings. These are all just preloaded in TouchViz, but I can load new ones, which I plan on doing. But they can even play around with the effects. There's like a cut up effect, and all of this is being sent through this cable, through all of these wires, and then back into my DJ setup live, which is cool. And when I work with other artists, that's how they get into here and they blend with me, which always is great because high definition switching or high definition mixing, those mixers cost like $10,000, and this set of cables is probably $150. So, and it basically a switcher or mixer is just like an audio one, but instead of the faders changing the audio, they would change video. And so the workflow is basically I'm controlling the software with this guy. I can add an extra instrument, so to speak. And if you look, I've got other pieces of software that I can run that can give me touch control. So in here, this is a program called Thicket. I think it was $2 to buy. It's just like a toy for a lot of people, but this kind of touch sensitivity for me is great because then I can send it to my screen, and then inevitably it gets put up onto the screen and I can run it live while the music's going. So this is my visualizer, as I call it, side of things. It's all for generative or created videos. And there's a whole bunch of these little programs that I have that I run from time to time, and I can switch between them all.